Let yourself be guided by Corey. Relax and grow. My name is Corey, and thank you for joining me today to talk about cleansing. I thought it might be very beneficial to talk to you like this, in this way, as if we're sat in a classroom together or taking a course together. Over many years, I've done lots of different cleanses, and each cleanse that I've done, I've learned something new about things I would like to have done differently or added to the process. So for this talk with you today, I wanted to share with you a general outline, a guide, so to speak, on if you're thinking about doing a cleanse, maybe you can try some of the suggestions. I'm going to share with you a little bit of knowledge about each one of my suggestions and why I include those things in a cleanse when I do one. And we'll see where it goes. First of all, when you're doing a cleanse, you decide that you want to do a cleanse of some kind. The first step that you have to take and spend a little bit of time doing is thinking about why you want to do a cleanse. What is the intention of your cleanse? What do you want to achieve? So to give you some examples of that, you could be doing this cleanse because you want to change something energetically about your life. That could be maybe you're feeling heavy or stagnant or just dense, and you feel like you need to do a cleanse to lighten up, to let go of that stagnant, heavy energy. Maybe you're doing a cleanse because of a behavior of yours. The behavior could be eating poorly. Like I've done cleanses in the past where I wanted to stop the consumption of sugar. So I did a cleanse for a few days. So maybe there's a behavior of yours that you're doing that you would like to break the cycle of, and that's why you're doing a cleanse. Also, it could be that you want to cleanse a belief of yours. Maybe this belief of yours is causing you to have a negative internal conversation that you want to cleanse. Negative chatter. Something that you're doing mentally that you want to cleanse and let go of. Like a rescript of that behavior. And therefore a cleanse may be really helpful. You could be cleansing for many different reasons, is my point. But it's important that you kind of grab your journal and establish the intention of your cleanse, why you're doing it, and what you would like to achieve during that time. The second step in your preparation before you do a cleanse is to establish how long you want to do it for. Maybe it's a day cleanse. Most common are 3-day cleanses. You could decide to do something Monday to Friday and take the weekend off, so a 5-day cleanse. You could do the whole 7-day cleanse. A popular 21-day cleanse, using the idea that it takes 21 days to break a habit, to change a habit, to form a habit. So 21 days is normally popular. Then you could go with the 30-day cleanse, a whole month of doing something differently. Or you could take it even more advanced than that and do a 40-day cleanse, like Jesus. Decide how long you want to do the cleanse for so that you have a goal in mind. But also know that at this point, it's really important to know that that's just a goal. It's not something that you're going to be mad at yourself about or be negative to yourself about if that goal isn't completely achieved. So if you set in mind a 7-day goal and you only do it for 5 days, it's not the end of the world. Go into it with the intention of seeing the positive for what you did do, not focusing on the negative of what you didn't do. Okay? Let's cleanse in kindness. Let's use kindness while we cleanse. The third step to your cleanse is figuring out what your daily routine is going to look like. The things that I'm going to suggest may also determine how long you want to do the cleanse for. Which days, like you might want to do a cleanse for the weekend because it's easier to focus on these things that I'm sharing with you versus having a job and having to do all of the things that I'm suggesting. So if you wanted to dive deep into doing all of it, then maybe a cleanse on a vacation or just a weekend cleanse is the best thing for you to do. So decide when you would like to do your cleanse and how long you would like to do the cleanse for. So for this step, I'm going to give you an example of what I would do on a cleanse normally. Starting first thing in the morning, the first day of your cleanse, I've wrote down exercise. Exercise not necessarily from the perspective of I want to get skinny, I want to get fit, I want to change something about my body, unless that is definitely just part of the intention of my cleanse. But exercise more from the perspective of all the benefiting factors that will add to my state of mind, the way my body feels, the energy levels in my body. Just starting your day with simple, it doesn't have to be a 2-hour exercise routine. Something simple, maybe 10, 20 minutes of moving your body so you're starting to turn on and wake up the energies inside of your body is a really good way to start the cleanse, to start your day. So my first suggestion is 10 to 20 minutes of exercise. My second suggestion is dry brushing. This is when you use a dry brush with soft bristles and you dry brush your entire body, moving in a direction towards your lymph nodes. So you would go from your feet up your legs, your hands up to your armpits, the base of your back up your back. The direction of movement is always flowing up. And with dry brushing, you're just using the brush on your dry skin, naked, stimulating your blood circulation, stimulating and activating the lymphatic system, cleansing the biggest organ that you have, which is your skin. So there's lots of benefits in dry brushing, and I always include it in my cleansers. The next thing that I would do is an enema. Now, this can be a part of a cleanse that you can leave out totally, or if you're anything like me, you can dive into that whole concept. Cleansing from the inside, purifying from the inside, aiding in the process of removing toxins from my body, letting go, literally, metaphorically, and physically. So if you're open to enemas, definitely check into that, read up on it, learn how to do it, and have that as part of your cleanse. So you would exercise, then you would come inside, get naked, do your dry brushing, then you would do your enema, and then you would jump in the shower. When you jump in the shower, you would shower as normal with your warm water, cleansing with your normal products. For the last 30 seconds, I normally turn it on to cold and do some cold therapy. This is following along with the whole Wim Hof method. So if you don't know anything about this man, look up Wim Hof, check out cold method, his breathing techniques, ice baths, and all the benefits of that. So I try and include that in the last 30 seconds of my shower. This helps me with feeling energized, balancing my pH, reducing stress and anxiety, just really waking me up and preparing me for my day. Then, once I've got out of the shower, I move on to including either tarot cards or oracle cards. So I would get dressed, sit down at my altar on my meditation cushion, grab my journal at this point, and pick out a card. As I shuffle the cards, I put the intention of my cleanse into the cards. So maybe my cleanse is to release anger this time. I'm going to do a 3-day cleanse. I'm going to purify my body, change my behavior, change my diet, change everything that I'm doing so that I can somehow get tools and information and process the anger inside of my body. So I would choose a card with that energy in it. Give me a message about releasing anger, for example, and I would shuffle the cards, and then I would read the cards from that perspective. Then, taking that message, I would sit down and do my meditation practice. Set the timer for a 10-minute meditation, 20-minute meditation, whatever it is that I want to achieve, and do a silent meditation with the intention of allowing my mind to just start to take me to wherever it needs to go, connected to my anger issue. So maybe my mind will take me to a memory in my past when I was a child, or my mind might take me to a memory 2 years ago. I allow my mind to open completely and show me different things that might be relevant, connected to helping me to understand my anger, the reasons for my anger, how I would release or change my anger, and I let my mind, through nudging and guiding, by constantly saying things like, show me another memory, show me a time where my anger started about this, show me an exercise that would help me release this. I guide and nudge my mind into opening up and connecting to source and giving me information that would be relevant for this cleanse and my intention of this cleanse. And then when the timer goes off, I use my journal. I make a note of all the things I saw, the emotions or feelings I was experiencing, the memories I was shown. Maybe I was given an exercise that I can do to release anger. I write that all down in my journal, and then that part is complete. The next thing I establish is what I want to eat on my cleanse. Do I want to do a water fast, a juice fast? Do I want to eliminate a food group? Do I only want to eat a particular food group? What do I want to do as far as diet is concerned? Do I want to increase my water? Do I want to let go of caffeine and alcohol? Things like that. Maybe I want to be as pure as I possibly can, but still eat solid foods. Therefore, I'm just going to do a fruit and vegetable diet. I'm going to stay off caffeine, no alcohol, no excess sugar, no excess salt, that kind of thing. You decide what you want to do. The next part of your diet is something that I think a lot of people don't necessarily think about, and that's what you're going to feed yourself on consciously. Feed your consciousness with. And what I mean by that is, when I do a cleanse, I always shut out all social media. I also am very particular about who I spend my time with. I'm conscious of the energy of the people that I surround myself with. If at all possible, I would do it completely alone. So I'd segregate myself so I can really just tune into my energy, what's going on with me at that time. But if I have to work on my cleanse or be around other people, then I'm just more aware of who I control I am with. And then finally is TV and music. Everything that we consume through visual, through TV, Netflix, whatever, YouTube, I really focus on it being high vibrational content versus something that's dark or low energy. So when you're on a cleanse, you're going to be more sensitive to everything. So know the type of music that you choose to listen to, what you choose to watch and allow into your mind and your body in that way. It's very important. So think about including those things in your cleanse. And then finally, at nighttime, I would always end the day with a guided meditation, listening to something that's relevant to my particular intention with this cleanse. So if it was about anger, I would listen to a guided meditation last thing at night when I'm laid in bed on something that would help me with releasing anger, tools to dissolve anger. So everything that you consciously do with your body and your mind is part of your cleanse. Everything. And you can really, really, really focus deeply into each one of those things that I've given you today. For example, while you're showering, you can do more than just shower. You can really visualize washing off the anger, releasing the anger, allowing your body to be purified by the water while you shower. While you do your enema, you can really focus about what it is that you're releasing with the actual physical act of releasing, what it is that you're working on letting go, cleansing out of your body, removing from your body, how you're purifying your body with the act. So you can do all the steps on a basic depth, or you can take each step really deep by being more conscious of your intention and your action and how mindfully you do each one of the steps during your cleanse can really take your cleanse to a whole deeper level. So this is how I cleanse. I hope it was helpful. I hope it gave you some ideas of the things that you can include in a cleanse and how to go about doing one. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me, either through your comments or through email. Namaste, my friends. Happy cleansing.